the basic feature is that you scan a bottle of wine and you get a rating and information about the wine. From the early days, we knew that what we pitched to investors and told ourselves that the business model was going to be e-commerce. So we always felt like, hey, you're sitting at a restaurant, scan a bottle of wine, you can buy it right away. That would be an amazing use case. It took a few years, and in sort of late 2014, we started building that, and now it's pretty decent traction. We have 13,000 different merchants on the platform all over the world, and people are buying wine through the app every single day.
Now the US is your biggest single market. That was the focus from late 2014
yes. Yeah.
But since then you spread out to 6 other countries.
Exactly, yeah. We're in 7 markets now, and we're opening Italy and Spain and actually Ireland in this quarter, in Q3 of 17. So
you'll be at 10 countries by the end of the year, essentially.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, now in terms of the business model, I mean, who owns the company and how do you raise investment for it?
So we're like a traditional venture-backed company. So my co-founder and I started the business and have since then raised a few rounds of funding. Here in the UK, we have Bolton Capital. They led our A round along with a fund called Creandum from the Nordics. Since then, we did a B round in late 15, which was led by a gentleman named Christophe Navarre, who's the CEO and chairman of Moët Hennessy. So we've raised quite a substantial amount of money to build what now is the largest wine community in the world.
And how many people are engaging with that website on a daily or monthly basis, and what's your total user number?
Yeah, so we have 25 million total users, and every single day we show 1 million wine pages in the app, and 500,000 of them are actually people scanning a bottle of wine and getting information about that. So quite substantial, and roughly 100,000 ratings are coming in every single day, which means we have the best data, the best ratings reviews of any database out there.
I mean, you've raised a lot of money, $37 million, I think you said.
Yes.
A lot of investment, obviously a lot of product development. Are profits in sight, and how soon do you think the business will reach the kind of scale that you're looking for?
Yeah, a good question. I think we've always had meaningful revenues, and if we decided, hey, we want to let go of the accelerator a little bit, we could get profitable very, very quickly because we have a lot of orders going through the system right now. So we're not very concerned about that. We have extremely good backing from our investors and so on. So right now it's about growth and making sure this gets to a certain scale. Wine globally is a $300 billion industry, and we want to build, we're best positioned to build the biggest marketplace in wine ever built. And there's no, I don't think there's any limit to where this can go. We could be selling billions of dollars of wine through our platform. It's all coming online. Online is still small in wine, and as that grows, as well as our users grow, I think we could be, selling several $billion of wine on our platform.
Well, what is unusual or unique about your website? What makes it stand out from the hundreds of others where you also go and buy wine?
Well, there's nobody else in the world that has the data we have. We have ratings on every single wine in the world, as we have 25 million users rating the wines and giving reviews. So there's nowhere else you get that kind of information. On top of that, you're now able to, in the app, actually buy a lot of these wines with 2 clicks inside the app, which is a very unique thing to do.
You have a rating system. It's very democratic. Anybody can rate. How reliable is it?
It's so we really believe in the sort of democratization of this. We think that our sort of average normal wine drinkers have more in common with some wine critics. So it's super reliable. The really good wines have a 4.7 out of 5. The less good wines might have a 2.8 and so on. We've sort of looked at it compared to critics and so on, and it looks very, very solid. And the good thing is that the power of the crowd is sort of unlimited, because there are so many ratings coming in, there's so many people rating that we can have a rating on every single wine out there.
Can you just describe the business model in a little bit more detail?
Sure.
Customers don't actually pay to use your site. The app's free.
Yeah.
Merchants don't pay either, is that correct?
Yeah, it's a traditional marketplace mechanic where we take a commission every time a sale goes through. So we charge the merchant after the sale has been done and say, hey, you now sold for £100, and we take a commission of X when the order goes through.
And obvious questions about security on the internet in terms of e-commerce. What kind of guarantees do you have for customers that they'll actually get the wine that they pay for?
Yes, again, so having users come back to us and buy and trust and so on is extremely important to us. But we use one of the biggest sort of credit card processors in the world and so on. So, you know, my co-founder, we come from security, so we're pretty conscious of all that.
How do you select the merchants you work with, or do they select themselves?
Yeah, some of them come to us as they see this marketplace grows, but we actually go after some of them because we look at the ones that have the most popular wines that people are interested in. We see, oh, this guy in the UK has a lot of wines that our users want, and then we go after them and say, hey, you should really be on our platform. So we look at that data and say, hey, you need to join us because you'll get a lot of orders through the system.
You've mentioned you're in the US and a number of European countries, but what about Latin America, Canada, Asia?
Yeah, we're actually, so our funny thing here is that our second largest market is Brazil. And we, from the commercial side, we haven't done anything yet there. We're getting to a point where we have a lot of usage and we might do something. Asia is not that big for us. It's like we're still the biggest player in the app space, but our numbers are not that big yet. We might do something in China at some point. China is an extremely interesting market from a wine point of view, and growing really, really fast. We have a full Chinese version now with the local social networks and so on. So we're starting to see a little bit of growth there. We're excited about that.